Love that intro music. My goodness gracious me. Love it.
Lovely bit of drum and bass.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Who doesn't love a bit of drum and bass?
Welcome everyone to the Magic Hat Show, episode 2, where you have 3 guys, 1 club, no drama. Me, myself, I'm Leroy. Across the way is Jamal.
Mr. Jam.
Jamal.
And then we have
Lord Vader.
Lord Vader, the Sith Lord.
Mr. Harsh.
The hatchet.
Gabe. Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm your midfield hatchet man.
My goodness. Roy Keane, eat your heart out. Who's Roy Keane?
I'm coming studs up in your chest.
Studs up.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank all of our new subscribers. Thank you ever so much for the positive feedback you've given us.
100%.
Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
So just keep viewing and hopefully, you can enjoy.
Spread the word.
Yes, spread the word.
And
Spread the word.
keep tuning
By
in.
any means necessary.
Yeah.
Carrier pigeon, smoke signals, any way you can. Okay, today's show, we shall be discussing the charity shield, the community shield.
Community shield. Charity definitely sounds better. Community
Yeah.
community sounds like a
Yeah.
poor relation, doesn't
It
it?
does, innit?
Yeah.
It's like
My
it's got a
goodness.
cheap feel to
Yeah,
it.
it's not.
The community shield. Ah.
Yeah.
Then, from there, we'll be discussing the player manager ratings. And then we have a new section. And that's playing for the badge. Then, along with playing with the badge, we've got get in the bloody
The
bin. Get in that bin.
Yeah.
Your performance was awful. You'll understand. You shall understand. And then, Don Raul Sanllehi.
In the second
leaving
hour,
the club.
yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. Don Raul
Don Raul.
Saviour.
has exited the building. Then we shall move on to the signing of Willian
Fantastic.
and all goings ins and coming in
Coming
and
in.
goings out.
Yep.
So we shall, continue that debate. And then Casper the Ghost, Nemo,
Your favorite
Oh,
player.
my favourite player.
Yeah,
Lord
yeah,
Vader.
Yep.
I beg of you, fail me again, Admiral.
You
Yes,
have
it's
failed
the
me.
one and only Mesut Ozil.
Ozil. Yep.
Yes, so we shall be discussing him. And then earlier on, during the lockdown, we shall be discussing the sacking of 55 staff members.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. And then there was news in the rumor mill that the prodigal son, there's news of him being available. Would you take him? This is Rambo.
Yep.
Our FA Cup saviour, Aaron Ramsey. Is it a yay or a nay?
Absolutely.
I know what I'm going to say. Okay, so we shall start with the Aubameyang.
That guy.
The
That
community
guy.
shield.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think, Jamal? Let's start with you.
Yes.
Let's start with me. Yes, I thought a fantastic result. I thought actually I was quite worried at the beginning because the start was a little bit slow,
Yeah. Mhm.
very slow. They got on top pretty quickly.
Naturally.
Yeah. We kept getting caught in the back four area few times. Louise and
Bellerin.
holding Bellerin.
What was Bellerin doing? How many times did that ball go under his foot or over
Yeah.
his foot?
Nerves.
Yeah,
Charity shield nerves.
absolutely. Right.
It was nerves.
Yeah.
Rustiness.
You got to give
Quite
Hector.
slowly.
Yeah, and he hasn't trained, remember?
Trained, yep.
He didn't train.
Yep.
Come on,
But there's no excuses. It's just
Yeah.
simple passes.
No, he
That
came
can
off
do.
holiday.
Yeah.
Came off holiday. He came back.
But as the how about the
He
goal?
grew into the game, though.
Yeah. So as the game went on,
Mm-hmm.
we managed to expose their shortcomings, which is a big feature of this Arteta's new Arsenal.
Yes.
Amen. Right. So the game got changed pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about the goal.
Aubameyang.
Brilliant goal.
Well, let's talk about the build-up to the goal, because before that,
Thank you.
Yes.
before that, we were playing ourselves into
a trouble.
trouble.
Yeah.
But that seems to be Arteta's way of saying, listen, no matter, unless you're under the cosh, absolutely under the cosh, try and play your way out.
Yeah.
You know, get used to playing out. You're going to make mistakes. And occasionally, it's worked. Occasionally, you know, we do play ourselves into trouble and we're all screaming at the telly like, what the fuck are you doing?
You donut.
Yeah, we were under the cosh. They were pressing pretty high.
But we played our way out. You know, there's no more of this long ball up the pitch.
And it's not a fluke because we've done it City, semi-final, and Chelsea,
absolutely.
final.
Absolutely.
Just I thought I'd get that in there.
And that was the one time Bellerin actually got control of the ball and played a good pass down the line to Saka.
El Neni, who?
El who?
El Neni.
My goodness. We'll get onto him later.
Okay. So Bellerin played it to Saka, whose control was fantastic, immaculate. Right?
Yep, it was.
On his left foot, because he let the ball come over his head, control with his left foot.
Yep.
Looked up.
Mm-hmm.
And with one pass, took out half of the Liverpool defence.
Yep.
Right?
Beautiful pass.
And let's give credit to Eddie. Eddie made the diagonal run, which took Virgil Van... Yeah, it was a great decoy that took Virgil van Dijk on a little trip.
Absolutely.
To where?
He took him somewhere, but he was out of position. And then by the time the ball had got played over, he tried to run across, but the damage had been done. He was one on, you know, the man Aubameyang was 1-on-1.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious.
And young Nico Williams
didn't know where
was left, you know, not in an unenviable position.
Yeah. He played well though, I must admit.
Yeah, he done well. Not a bad understudy to young Trent. Trent.
Yeah. But that goal, Thierry Henry-esque. My goodness gracious me, man. When I saw it leave his foot,
that was his first
I said,
chance.
that's got to go in.
That's
got to be in. And I just thought, wow, this man, he just keeps going, you know.
He's a big game player. This guy is a big game player.
Yeah.
They said he's not a big game player.
I thought as much. I thought as much. Go back now, was it the end of the Europa League run?
Yep.
Where him and Lacazette were banging in goals. Before then, I was like, this guy scores goals, but there's something not quite right about him. Which I will still say, his link-up play is shocking.
A bit short,
but for what he does,
his
link-up play is bad.
Not
look at him giving him
Henry. That's what
his simple passes, or where he has to bring other players in.
Like we got the idea. We got
spoiled.
Henry, yes.
Bergkamp and Henry.
Technicians.
Even Adebayor was a great link-up player.
Yeah.
You know, he'd always bring players in. Giroud would always bring players in.
Not a great finisher, Adebayor.
Not a great finisher.
No, but we're not saying
we're
that.
just
we're just talking about the link-up play.
Yes, but we have to also mention his work rate is unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're not taking that away from...
Unbelievable.
Aubameyang. We are not taking that away.
His as a pure goal scorer...
Oh, my
This guy is ridiculous.
Let's talk about.
He must be one, in the top 3 in Europe.
Absolutely. As a finisher, the guy's just unbelievable.
Top draw.
And I don't think, there's talks of him wanting to go to, they were saying Barcelona might be interested. I don't know how he'd fit in with that system, but he seems to work with us.
Yeah.
Especially when he's moved out to the left.
100%. Certain players just fit certain teams, and I think he fits us like a glove.
You got to put this into account as well, as that the service.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really get that much service, to be quite honest.
Yeah, creativity we are lacking.
Yeah.
You know,
so could you imagine?
Our chief creator in that match was Saka.
No, I was saying Casper.
Yeah, he should be. Well,
Finding Nemo. Ozil.
Yeah.
Yes, you, sir.
So we lack creativity in the centre mid area, and we lack creativity in the final third. So he's not getting the service.
Yeah.
But from what he's getting, he's absolutely doing clinical.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
And he's not a scorer of tap-ins. He's not a Gary Lineker. Yeah. This guy is banging them in from
one of the best signings that we've had.
Yeah, I'd have to put him up there. Before, like I say, I was keen because he done his job as a goal scorer, but I was, being hypercritical and saying you're not Henry.
Yeah.
But even Henry was scoring great goals, but this guy is just 100%. in this team,
and less
he's
time.
Just ridiculous.
He's got to 50 goals in less time. He's hit the ground running. First game against Everton, he hit the ground running.
And I don't see any sign of this troublemaker that he was supposedly supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Total professional.
It's like, wasn't Jurgen Klopp his manager for a brief while?
Yeah.
But I think he left when Klopp left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But Aubameyang, he breeds charisma, life into, our fan base. Yeah. He's got that. There's something about him
and you
as
see
well.
How the players,
off the pitch.
When he scores, you see how
smile
the players
on his face,
embrace him, and they really like that player.
Please sign the thing though. Getting impatient.
I think.
According to his brother, he's
all
the signs are good.
He's waiting. For me, Aubameyang is he's the one player at the club who is in a position to dictate to the board certain things. So he may want to sign, but he's probably holding the board to ransom and saying, you know what, I'm not signing until I see certain players.
Of course.
Or I see improvements.
Of course.
Which is good for us.
And he's got every right.
Yeah, which is good for us because, we've lost good players previously by the board's inaction, i.e. Van Persie.
Fabregas.
Nasri. Yeah, we've lost a lot of good players by the board dilly-dallying and going out and buying cheap shit.
Thank you.
But Aubameyang's clearly saying, look,
shopping
before I sign anything, let me see, you show me your hand before I show you my hand.
Exactly.
Which is good for us fans.
Yeah.
He's got his own ambitions at heart, and he's also got the fans in the back of his mind.
Yep.
He clearly wants to win stuff with us.
Of course.
Big stuff.
Of course.
And, use your leverage. You've got the leverage, use it.
Yeah.
100%.
You could tell the family, his family members, they love Arsenal as well.
Did you see the picture of the dad?
Yes. The whole family is kitted out in Arsenal. His brother done FaceTime.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, on you. Yeah.
Yeah, done FaceTime. I was like,
is that the one with Fofty?
Yeah.
Fofty.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
Yeah, but Willie? Yes. You know what I mean? The whole Aubameyang family.
Yeah.
They love life in London. They love the Arsenal.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So come on, Arsenal.
I think it's
sign him up.
Really important that
and build a team around him.
Build around him, and you give him some creativity because, my word, he's.
Well, I was thinking, yeah, we could sell him, but then this was before. But when you look at him now, we couldn't replace him.
No,
we haven't got the money to replace him. He's irreplaceable, literally.
Literally. Could you imagine where we would have finished? We finished 8th.
With him banging in goals. Imagine we didn't have those goals. We'd have been relegation contenders.
And we wouldn't have won the FA Cup. I'll tell you that.
14th.
Yeah. At best.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
So he's top draw player.
So
who else impressed you in the game? For
me, Maitland-Niles.
Man of the match.
For me, oh my days. This is another one.
Fofty.
I would have
I want to know what the background is of that nickname, Fofty.
Yeah, that's a bit of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge type thing between those two.
It's an inside joke.
Inside joke.
Well, it's not an inside joke now. It's it's all over the internet. Fofty.
Yeah, Fofty. Yeah, but Maitland-Niles, before Arteta's arrival, I was saying, listen, get this joker out the club. You know, his attitude, his demeanour, everything was just, oh my goodness, his poor performances was awful, shocking, woeful, dreadful.
Chain wearing.
Yeah.
I was always a
laid
fan.
back.
I know.
Yeah, you were a fan. I'll give you that.
I was always a fan.
Trying to convince us.
Yes.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
For me, I always want to see our players do well, especially when they come from the academy.
Absolutely.
I always want to, and I just didn't think that he had the attitude and the right mentality. And even, you know, he was going through, you know, a few, so they say, you know, a few issues with Arteta, and then he didn't feature.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden,
he comes back into
He comes back.
Yeah. What I always, it's not a talent with him. I always believed in him ever since I saw him 2-3 years ago at Old Trafford.
Me too.
Old Trafford, where he produced man of the match.
Yes. Against Pogba.
Yes, he ran.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And ever since then, it was like, that's a player right there.
Yeah.
But these
could be growing pains, isn't it, that he's gone through?
Yeah, all youngsters.
The attitude of, you know, when you're young, you've got a bit of an attitude.
I'm sure Saka will probably experience a similar thing.
Maybe.
Hopefully not. But yeah,
it's
part of the growing phase. But
yesterday he was immense.
Of course, yeah.
Quietly immense. He wasn't he was action.
No, because
Action Jackson, was he?
He just nullified their threat.
Just a quiet.
He was the one player
performance.
That they did not know what to actually do with him, because he was.
There was another player I felt
he was coming inside. He was, you know, attacking their right back, and he was defending like a pro.
Yeah. He nullified their threat. He done it against City. Sorry to cut you, but he done it against City, and he done it against Chelsea.
Yep.
And he done it against Liverpool on Saturday.
Where was Salah?
Ooh.
Where was Salah yesterday?
Ooh.
Salah?
Mo Salah.
Yep.
Running down the wing.
Still in Giza, isn't he?
I don't know where he is.
Sunning himself in sunny Egypt.
Maitland-Niles had him in his pocket the whole game. I don't think he had a kick.
He's in denial.
Well, you know, we don't want to say too much because in 3 weeks' time we do play the same team, and Klopp will have us in mind.
Yeah.
So let's not say too much, my friend.
That's a very good point, because they did create some.
No, but Salah was particularly quiet.
He was. But
Mane was wasteful.
I thought Mane was Mane.
Yeah.
For me, he's their biggest threat.
He's
personally.
He
and Robertson.
Him and Robertson were awesome.
Any neutral fan will say that he is their best player.
But the whole Liverpool side, man, I've got nothing but respect for that side, man. That side do the basics well.
Yeah.
My God. So, I was looking for players that stood out and could stand up to Liverpool, the champions. And Maitland-Niles, for me, he did that.
Yeah.
He did that for me. Saka was another one for me.
Saka,
operating down the right-hand side.
Chief playmaker, passing.
Oh, man. And
creating chances.
Oh, let's give credit as well to Rob Holding, who was up against Mane.
Holding.
We was going to do that. I was.
We'll come to that.
Yeah.
I was fearing the worst when Rob Holding was up against Mane, especially when they started getting into a foot race.
Ooh, but I hear that $6 million man music.
But Rob Holding stuck to him like glue.
Yeah, he had to. And those two have been having a ding dong.
Yeah.
In the last two, previous meetings, they've been, really. Even, giving each other the elbow and kicking each other.
Good, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Can't be intimidated.
Yeah, they were. You know? So, no, I was not leaving Holding out.
No, I just saw his name there and I thought, oh, yeah, Rob Holding.
No, I'm not leaving Rob Holding out. But yeah, Saka for me.
Yeah.
I just felt that Liverpool players sort of had to think twice with Saka. They didn't really, because Liverpool players, once you're on the ball, they swarm you. But with Saka, when he had it, it was like just a moment's hesitation. That boy, he plays beyond these years.
He can see the game, you know?
The man's playing like he's 25.
That pass to grown
Boy,
men,
I should say.
he's actually a boy.
Yeah.
And he sees the game like a man, you know?
He is a boy, isn't he? You know,
He's a boy.
This thing in football terms where they call, it's like Gareth Southgate called Harry Maguire a boy.
Yeah.
It's like the man's 27. What are you talking about? Yeah, the boy, I've got to hear from the boy. He's a man, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
You know, Saka is actually, he's a man, but he's just coming out of his teenage years. He's still in his teens.
He's still in his teens.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a boy. But he plays like a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
Established Premier League player.
Yeah.
And I can't believe, I marvel at him. I'm thinking, how old are you again? And when did you come into the first team again?
Yeah. His
rise
has been quite
been played left, right, left back, wing back,
which is the reason Gareth Southgate said he didn't want to take him to England because he was playing as a left back. It was like, well, doesn't that make him more of an asset because he can play in a number of positions?
He's better than half the players in that squad.
And where have England been lacking for decades? Isn't it not on the left-hand side?
Yeah. Exactly. And wouldn't you want a person or a player who can play in a number of positions?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like he's rubbish.
Hence why they took Maitland-Niles.
Yeah.
Hence why he's got his call-up.
And well-deserved too.
And well-deserved too.
Exactly. So we've got two youngsters in.
But what makes me laugh is that for years, they wanted Ryan Giggs to change his allegiance from Wales to England because there was no left-sided player for 30 years.
Yeah.
You get one.
And
you've got several now.
No, we don't want him.
No, we don't want no left-sided players. Huh? Left-footed players. Okay. Fair enough.
The conundrum that is England.
We'll keep him, and then he'll go and play for Nigeria or wherever.
He's fresh for us.
His roots are from.
Yeah. So,
who else impressed you? Xhaka. Your thoughts on Xhaka?
Xhaka is becoming a leader for Arsenal now.
Yeah. He's got to take my magic hat off.
You know,
all that key carrying years ago, being in charge of the front door key.
All that, and
could you break off?
And he's becoming very clever.
It's all paid off.
Sorry to cut you. He's becoming. He's becoming very clever at spoiling the game without getting sent off now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, he's becoming. I think Arteta had showed him a few moves.
Key carrying.
So him and his partner in crime next to him.
Who?
Nenny.
Oh, right. Nenny.
I was worried before. All of us were.
The amount of bleeps I said when I saw El Nenny. What the bleep is he doing?
Listen, he must have impressed Arteta in training.
Well, I saw an article saying that El Nenny is the answer to Arsenal's midfield problem.
No.
I tore that paper up and took it to the toilet and used it.
Exactly.
What the hell nonsense is that?
And where did you see that, Gab?
I think it was the Mirror or some sports reporter was claiming that he's
John Cross.
No, they're pot stirrers. They stir.
Yeah.
It was nonsense, based on a friendly.
Let's give him credit. He kept it neat. He kept it simple.
But that's what he's been doing for a long time.
Yes,
but not doing anything.
Sideways, he's the Egyptian Vinny Samways.
Yeah, at a club like Arsenal.
For those youngsters who've never seen Vinny Samways, he was the sideways
Vinny Samways,
sideways and backwards specialist.
That's it. Sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
We've talked a lot about the first half. What happened in the second half?
Well, I felt we retreated early.
Yeah.
I felt we allowed Liverpool to come on to us.
Yep.
And with Liverpool, once that pressure is incessant, man, it's hard.
They're pressing.
It's really, really hard to get out of that. And one thing Arteta did point out, which I did see, is that we need to be better when we're playing the ball out, more consistent.
That's consistent. Where Luis has to come in, because he played a lot of long diagonal balls that were.
But this is what I said last time we did the show. He does those balls; they're wasteful.
I was looking once you look out for that, you see it, because he played, I think, 15 of them, 17, and only about 6 were accurate.
Oh, you have a look at you contrast him up against Virgil van Dijk and the long balls he was playing.
Yeah. Oh my days!
That's the level of quality we need from our centre backs. If you're going to be playing those long balls, they can't be these hit in hope, up in the sky, rocket launchers. You've got to be accurate and drop where they're meant to drop.
Yeah. And Virgil van Dijk.
And that is a lot of Liverpool's transition, is they can bypass the midfield across the pitch. So even though a team is over on this side, you can bypass the opposition across the pitch. Yeah. And that takes out a whole team.
Yes. And Van Dijk has got those quarterback passes.
Exactly.
So we have it here. David Luiz, long balls 17, accurate long balls 6.
Yeah, that's less than half.
Holding 8 long balls, accurate long balls 5. Martinez, 17 long balls, only 4 accurate. It's not good.
Yeah, but as long balls, I think he was trying to hit Aubameyang, and against Liverpool.
Yeah, so the passing has to be even teeny. 10 long balls, only 3 accurate. So we have to. That's
improve. Yeah.
What happened in the second half. They pinned us down.
But even our transitions, again, this is something I said from the first show, and something that we've improved on.
Yeah.
Under Arteta, but our transitions from defence into midfield into attack has been quite harem-scarum at times. Absolutely. You can see what Arteta's saying to them.
Yeah.
Have the confidence to play the ball through the midfield, but sometimes the passing that at that level, elite level, you're wondering, how are you not getting it? How are you so inaccurate with your passing? And you're playing for Arsenal. But that's where a lot of our mistakes, we're bringing it on ourselves.
Yes.
Liverpool's passing is accurate.
Yep.
It's rare for them to give the ball away in their transitions. Exactly. You're going to get the ball away.
Man City.
Yeah. If you're going to get the ball away, you have to be on them quick, or it's got to be a bad touch. And it's not from a slack passing.
With us.
Yeah.
Liverpool pressured us into
and also
making mistakes.
Minamino, who came on, shows the value of creativity. Because I thought when he came in, he looked. I know you're not a big fan of his, but I thought in the final third, he reminds me of Benayoun.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
The way that he plays, but
I have to see. I think I have to see a bit more from him.
I think
see what I really make of him.
I really like him. He's very
he's
good
got
player.
Energy.
Yeah, he's got energy, movement. Enough like between the lines. That's what you need.
Yeah,
because they lacked. I think first half they were just dead. Fabinho. Who else was playing in midfield? Wijnaldum was shocking.
I wouldn't say he was shocking. I just think
he didn't create anything.
I think that would have been down to us, really.
Shocking by Liverpool standards, maybe,
by their
but
high standards.
I wouldn't say it was shocking. It's just
I didn't like him at all.
But Wijnaldum, I don't really watch a lot of Liverpool, but when I have seen him, he's another person who's just quietly efficient.
Yeah, man.
He's usually
they're quietly.
They're usually very
the middle of their pitch is quietly efficient.
Yeah.
There's no blockbusters, no barnstormers. There's no Stevie G Hollywood passes.
Exactly.
Those days are gone.
They just get the work done. They're industrious, man.
And then when necessary, the quality's there.
Yeah.
But they leave it to the front three.
Yeah.
And the wing backs to do most of their damage.
Milner was their best player when he was playing.
Yeah,
very clever player. The way he's
effective,
comes
man.
Deep into pockets and fullback areas is really good.
Yeah. Milner.
They said. Obviously, we all know he came through at Leeds, but I can't believe I remember when he came through at Leeds, and I can't believe this guy is still actually playing football at the top level.
Yeah,
and he came through at 17.
I'm glad for him.
It's like, really, man, really what a career.
Yeah. I thought he would have missed that ship, when he was at Villa. I thought, oh man, he's going to miss that club, that
you would
big club.
Expect a dip in his.
He's a consummate professional, isn't he?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
With Milner, Professional, man.
Yeah, the days of you going out and getting on a lash and doing all sorts of partying and taking stuff is detrimental to your career. And the longer, if you want to have a long career, then you have to stay off the sauce.
Yeah, and
literally
years, you would hear rumors of Milner, his professionalism, fitness tests. He scores really high. Do you know what I mean? You hear all of that from him, nothing but praise. Do you know what I mean? From him. So, yeah, consummate professional.
Great professional, and he'll play anywhere.
And this is the funny thing is, like we were saying the other day about certain players who we, as Arsenal fans, would have turned our noses up if we were linked with certain players who were at Liverpool. James Milner's one of them.
I know a lot of players. Man City just turfed him away.
I know we'd have, if Arsenal had been linked with James Milner,
we would have been
Arsenal fans would have been up in roar. Up in roar. They'd have been uproar.
Yeah.
We'd have been what? Nah.
We'd have been at pitchforks outside the Emirates.
Exactly.
All the memes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
But he's the kind of player you need. He doesn't complain. Whenever he plays, job. He's a steady Eddie. He's 8 out of 10 every game, which is what you want from your players. Yeah. You don't want them 10 out of 10 one week, 5 out of 10 the next week.
Yeah, I was happy for him. I was happy for him that he'll end his career on a high.
Yes,
absolutely.
Really, really happy for him.
You don't mind players like him who are
roll your sleeves up.
Yeah, they've worked for what they've got.
Yeah.
You don't see him out on a lash. You don't see him getting arrested anywhere. He
yeah.
I'm not talking about anybody in particular.
No one in particular.
I'm not talking about anybody in particular.
What are you talking about, Gabriel?
I don't know, But he's just Mr. Quiet. But when he gets on the pitch, he's like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different person altogether.
Yeah.
Should we touch
Eddie?
on that?
Eddie, what do you think of Eddie?
Eddie Nketiah, I think he worked very hard. And I think positionally he was very good, because he was under strict orders to sit on Fabinho. And he's done that. The other side of the game, he had a couple of chances that were...
Yeah, he needs to finish that chance.
Yeah, he needs to, especially the Saka one in the first half.
Goals are at a...
You score that, the game is over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So...
Do you think he's going to make it long-term at Arsenal?
I think Arteta likes him.
I like him.
Arteta likes him because he's very he executes the orders to a T.
Yeah, but it's not... Is he going to score the goals?
Just like a Z, I think he'll be judged on goals.
Well, that's all he can be judged on.
Yeah.
Especially when you get... Say, obviously it was a charity shield, a community shield. Yeah. But if that goal was in an important game, like in the league, at Anfield, and that chance is there to make it 2-0 at Anfield, you have to take those chances.
Like that
that changes. 2-0 makes it a lot difficult for Liverpool to get back into the game.
Yeah.
I know it's the charity shield, but those are the opportunities that Eddie has to start tucking away.
Yeah.
Joe Willock had an amazing chance.
Don't talk to me about Joe
Willock. No.
Joe Willock couldn't score in our house of ill repute.
Keep it clean.
And I was going to finish it off.
Keep it clean.
I was actually going to finish it off.
Yeah. He couldn't finish his dinner, that man.
Well, it's an adult show, so.
It is.
It is. But however.
He shoots like he's got... Joe Willock shoots like he's got his boots on the wrong feet.
And he's got a 50p head as well.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Because where was that header going? My goodness gracious me. But Joe, I hope you can...
We'll give him the benefit of that he came in late. He wasn't with the pace of the game.
Okay.
That excuse is not washing with me.
Lord Vader, I beg of you.
Just get it on target. There's certain things. It's like, what do you do in training? There's if you're because he gets quite a lot of opportunities to shoot, Joe Willock.
Yeah.
He gets a strange amount of
reign.
Yeah, he gets a strange amount of opportunities. And then his shots are always... Mr. Burns just trickling along the ground. So it's like, in training, what do you do? Why don't you go and do some shooting practice?
Yeah, because...
What else have you got to do with your day?
The thing is, it's like Arteta just puts his arm around his shoulder and says, listen, I want you to run at them.
Yeah.
So, as a player, you're like, rub hands with glee.
Yeah.
But then he gets himself, like you said,
against Liverpool, right? That was a great goal.
It was a great goal, but come on,
fantastic goal. So
consistency. This is what it calls
there.
for.
I think Arteta's not going to play you unless
Look.
Who else is he going to play? What's the sorry to cut you? What options has he got? He hasn't got very many options. He's got Emil Smith-Rowe back, who
he's just come back.
He's just come back. Mm-hmm. But Joe Willock's been here for a whole season, more or less, and he's still shooting like shit.
Well,
and he can't cross.
Yeah.
There's not much he can do. I think he
other than he runs like a giraffe.
I think that's the one area. That's the one area I think.
I'm picturing a giraffe running
from a lion. So put those long legs to use, Joe.
I think that was very harsh on.
Well, it's Lord Vader.
Yeah.
On who? Joe?
On Joe. That's
it was a Lord Vader moment.
He's
distancing myself from this.
He's got youth on his side.
Yes.
So that's we're taking the mick a little bit, but these are things that if he wants to stay at Arsenal, I'm sure he knows that he's not gonna take any notice of what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm sure Arteta has said to him, you need to work on your finishing. Or as a footballer, you would say, I need to work on my finishing. I'm getting in good opportunities. Yeah. There's nothing greater in football than scoring a goal.
Yeah.
And it must be annoying to be, oh man, I've scuffed that shot again.
Yeah, and you want to cement your place as well.
Exactly. And you want fans on side, and there's nothing more than that gets fans on your side than goals and big tackles.
Yep.
Yeah. It's true. Here. Totally agree. Totally agree.
So he's
can
got it all to do.
Touch on a little bit about that Mane tackle?
Oh, absolutely.
The horrific one.
Oh, you're looking at me to go for me to go in studs up.
Yes.
Dr. Evil. Calling Dr. Evil.
Well, as all Gooners know, we all know what would have happened if the roles were reversed.
Yeah. Yes, hell yes.
Yeah.
The referee would have brandished the machete.
Yeah.
He'd have brandished that red card like a machete.
Yeah.
Ready to bring it down upon
just imagine
whoever.
Whoever. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a red card.
Yeah. It was horrific. That tackle. Maybe it
charity shield or not,
but
red card, because if that was Arsenal, Eddie would have been sent off.
Well, why don't we get the benefit of that? Why is it that if that's an Arsenal player, that's just
instant red?
Red.
For me, it goes back to we stopped complaining under the Wenger years. Under the Wenger years, we used to get a few reds, but we don't moan enough. As a club, we don't complain. When Fergie was getting, when Man United were getting grief,
the Godfather.
Fergie was out in force, bringing, he was out complaining loudly in any interview. I'm sure behind the scenes, Man United were applying pressure. These are the kind of underhand things that Arsenal need to do. Don't need to be blatant about it. Just do it behind the scenes. Just do it undercover.
Yeah.
Occasionally, if Arteta does it on the touchline now, you can see Arteta getting animated. Wenger never used to get animated.
More cynical now. We're a lot more cynical.
Yeah, we have to do the dirty side of the game. This Clarsonal on the pitch doesn't work.
Occasionally, you have to take
say that again. Repeat that.
Clarsonal on the pitch doesn't work. It never has worked.
Clarsonal.
When we were winning trophies, we were brutal. We were a brutal team who did the dirty side of the game well.
Yeah.
And we seem to be getting back to that
under Wenger. They used to count every red card. Oh, he's got 4 red cards this year. Oh, they're losing.
And that's where it went wrong. When they were saying
that.
He took it on board.
To that, and then he filled his team with.
And you know what it was? It was the Man United game where they said
Pizzagate, or
no, there was a game against Man United where it was built up, and they were saying, we need to keep it. I think it was the game after Pizzagate where they were saying we need to keep things keep things calm.
Yeah.
And then that whole system of Arsenal changed where we didn't have any dirty tacklers or people who'd like to leave one in there. And then from then it's just been
we've been
systematically soft.
Yeah, we have been.
I think ever since that final against Chelsea, that League Cup final,
when we played the
where
kids,
it was a brawl out.
Yeah, but the kids stood up.
And Adebayo got sent off. Torre, it was a bunch of people
flying in.
Like 6 players got banned, right?
Listen.
Right, ever since then, we've been extremely soft.
Yeah, we have.
And that's that we've gone, for me, when I got into Arsenal were a team, like we said last time, And I had to go back and look at it.
Yeah.
I had to go back and look at the game against Man United. You know,
the
Man
Battle
United
of Old Trafford.
Yeah, Man United against
Part
Arsenal
1.
has history.
Winterburn.
You know, that's a
Brian
historically
McClare.
A feisty match, which goes back to
Paul
1987. Yep. And people, you know, brawls were happening on the pitch, and we've lost that.
Fists were flying, mate.
Yeah. We've lost that
McClare penalty, right?
nasty side. Yeah, when he missed in front of the North Bank, and then Winterburn ran up to him and said something.
Yeah.
And then it translated to the next game.
And it kicked off. It kicked off, mate.
We can't repeat what he said, but
yeah, and you know, that's something that I think under Arteta, you can see that with the type of players we're linked with, he's going back to that bruisers.
Yeah.
You know, we need those bruisers. You can't
some
take
boys,
liberties
man.
with us
that's why
anymore.
Partey needs to come in.
Well, or someone of a Partey.
Diawara Partey.
Yeah, we used to get, you know, we need somebody. Remember Drogba? We used to dread playing against Drogba.
Yeah.
Where he used to manhandle Giroud and the Swiss boy. What was his name?
Senderos.
Oh,
Senderos was ruined by.
Yeah, he was. He was. Psychologically, he was
scarred for life, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was ruined.
Yeah, Wenger would continuously say, "Oh, carry on,"
and then buy feeble players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was trying to emulate that whole Barcelona tiki-taka.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and he forgets that
Barcelona,
you in the Premier League, you need some.
With Barcelona, they had, you know, minute players or small players.
They were very cynical.
But
they
would rush you.
Yeah.
They would mob you.
Yeah.
You couldn't bully Barcelona.
Mascherano and
Yeah, but Iniesta and Xavi, nah, mate.
Yeah.
Deco, but couldn't bully them.
But what for me, Wenger lost was he played Giroud and Senderos together almost a lot of the time, didn't he? If I remember rightly.
Yeah. They
didn't have a senior partner alongside them to run them through the game.
Yeah.
So they were both floundering up against the beast of a player.
Exactly.
Yeah. When Sol Campbell moved on.
Yeah. You know,
and
they need experience alongside them, which is what Luis is hopefully going to do with these Saliba and Gabriel when they come.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
It's
that was the Community Shield and our views and thoughts on that. Yeah. So shall we go into like the player manager ratings?
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll start with the goalkeeper, Martinez. Jamal?
Another stellar performance.
Yeah.
Up there with our best players again. You know, he did not put off. One criticism is his distribution could have been a little bit better.
But I think as Gabe says, though,
yes,
he was trying to look
the long balls. But I'm
strictly
talking about the long balls when he hoofed it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, it was hoofing out straight to a Liverpool player. But his close passing, very good.
Yeah.
Right? His close passing.
He did cut it a bit close on times, didn't he?
Yes. He will get caught.
He's gonna get caught.
Listen,
he will get
my
caught
heart
somewhere.
was dancing on my tongue when Mane and Salah were just running at him.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Well,
no.
He's got that Schmeichel bit about him when he's comes out, you know, and he spreads himself out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know, I would give him an 8 out of 10.
Okay. Nice. Gabes?
I would give Emmy about 8 out of 10. I'd agree with that. I thought he had a pretty steady game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember Liverpool having that many clear-cut chances.
Mm-hmm.
Some great crosses by Robertson, which on another day would probably be tapped in.
Yeah.
But I think he marshalled the defence well. I hope, my fingers are crossed, I should say, and I hope that he stays and signs the contract and Arteta can convince him that this is the club for him to stay at. Because we need two good keepers, and we've got two good keepers. So I'd give him an 8.
Okay. I'll give him a 9. I thought his catching was, you know, what we've come to see over the last 2 months. He was commanding in his area, as we've come to know and see. He made a brilliant save for Mane, which stands out.
Which one was that?
When Mane was bearing down.
Yeah. Two brilliant saves, not just one.
Yeah.
2 one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know?
So
potentially saved 2 goals.
Yeah. Nothing he could do about the goal.
Yeah.
And I felt that his distribution was good. I didn't really, I took out the, what you said, where they were going, the long passes.
The long balls, yeah.
Yeah, but I just said, you know what? It's Liverpool.
They'll pressure you.
And they'll pressure you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Put the ball in their half and move up.
Yeah. Of course.
Start.
Of course.
On the halfway line.
So 9 for me. So we'll go back this way round. Yep. And I'll start with Rob Holding. Given the task, and it's a big one against Mane, I'm putting him in the world-class bracket.
Rob Holding?
Not Rob Holding. Not Robert Holding.
Not yet.
Not yet. But Mane.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
To deal with someone who I believe is Liverpool's best and biggest threat, I thought he done well.
Every game.
I thought Rob Holding done well. Like you said, there was a bit of the Steve Austin, foot race, and Mane was just meet, road run.
Absolutely.
How do you give Henderson the play of season when Mane is there?
Listen, that's just me. My personal opinion. I think Mane is
an absolute beast.
His consistency is just unbelievable.
And just quickly, I just thought he won his duel with Mane. And he forced Mane to go to the right-hand side where he met Mr. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. But anyway, we'll just...
so what did you give Holding?
So I'm giving him an 8. I'll give him an 8.
Yeah.
So who's next? Me?
Yes, it's you.
I will give Rob Holding, I'll give him an 8 as well. I was mightily impressed. I feared the worst when, in the first half, when he got into a foot race with Mane. And as soon as the ball got played over the top, I was just expecting to see Rob Holding looking like he was running in treacle and Sadio Mane looking like Usain Bolt. But somehow, Rob Holding kept up with him.
Positional sense.
Yeah, and then he nabbed the ball off him a few times. And it's like, there's...
And they continued their ding-dong.
There's an art to defending. It's not all about pace at times. He's not like he's a slouch.
He's not a slouch, but Mane is rapid.
So yeah, he done well for me up against Sadio Mane. So yeah, and I agree. Mane is the best player at Liverpool. Liverpool would be a much different team without him.
Yeah. So
yeah, 8 for me.
Jamal?
Yeah. I will give Rob Holding a 9.
Because
I'm really impressed. He made the most clearances. Interceptions, and the way because that left-hand side was really hard for him, and
he had to deal with Robertson as well, didn't he?
Bellerin and Saka was great going forward, but he could have helped. Pull back a little bit more.
Totally agree.
And Holding, I think he did not put a foot wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Passing, which is not being his strongest point, and he was pinging it. So I'll give him a 9.
9.
I'm really, really impressed, and I'm glad he might be sent out on loan and not being sold, because
you never know.
I wouldn't. I would not. Sell that player.
Yeah, he seems to have something about him, but I think he needs more game time.
Yeah,
I believe he needs something, because there's a player in there.
Yeah.
But it's just not coming out at the moment.
He's just fresh off injuries, so he needs a full season away from the pressure. And,
and it's not guaranteed with Saliba. And Gabriel. Yeah. So back to you again.
Yep.
We're going with David Luiz.
David Luiz. Very slow start.
Mm-hmm.
But picked up as the game went on.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, again, he comes across like our main striker. He's a big game player.
Right, okay.
And he's showing leadership now, which is good to see.
So, question.
Yes.
Which David Luiz turned up? Sideshow Bob?
Nope.
Or
Sideshow Bob was at home.
The Brazilian
enjoying his cornflakes.
David Luiz.
Yeah. Sideshow Bob was
was stepping on rakes.
Dope.
In his backyard, yeah. So, yeah, he was excellent.
Okay.
How much did you give him?
I would give him a solid 8. So he was one of my... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would give David Luiz 7.5. I think he needs to... He could be easily one of the best defenders in the league if he stopped starting slowly.
Yeah.
If he just came out and was on it from the very first whistle until the last whistle, he'd be an outstanding player.
Yeah.
But he's always in the back of your mind, you know, which David Luiz has turned up.
Yeah.
And then if he does start badly, then he puts, then you get worried. And then he grows into the game. But then as the game is going, and you're thinking, well, he started badly already. Is there a mistake coming?
Yeah.
So you haven't got that confidence in him, depending on how he starts the game.
Yeah.
But he did grow into the game. And I saw that, this guy's like won 21 major trophies in his career.
Yeah, he's a winner.
So this guy knows how to win, and he's, far be it for me to tell him anything.
Because he knows how to get himself up for these big games.
Yeah, what was his stats, clearances and all that?
Clearances, 6 clearances, only behind Rob Holding. His interceptions.
How old is
fantastic.
he? 32?
32, yeah.
So he's still got about another 2 seasons. Another 2 seasons in him.
To impart his knowledge.
Yeah.
And, give the youth experience. Yeah.
Play a key part he could do.
Yeah.
But he needs to cut out those mistakes in the smaller games.
That's exactly it.
Right. So he needs to,
Stop giving away cheap penalties.
Cheap penalties, and leave that sideshow, like that side of him at home more often.
Yeah.
He's got to be... Every game has got to be like a cup final to him.
He's a quality defender.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
Yeah, he just
and
needs
sort
to
out his passing.
Yeah.
And stop taking free kicks.
Yeah. Oh my
I don't know what's happened to his free kicks since he's come to us.
There was nothing wrong with his penalty.
Brilliant penalty, but we'll get onto that later.
We'll get to that, yeah.
Yes, I'm giving him a 7. I believe we saw the best and the worst, the good and the bad from him, but more good, more best. I agree with what both of you have said about David Luiz. But yeah, I saw a lot of leadership qualities, and that's what I like to see.
Yeah,
I like to see from him. So I'm giving him a 7.
That's fair.
Okay, so back to me again. So on to Mr. Consistency himself, Kieran Tierney.
Kieran Tesco Bag Tierney.
Mr. Tesco Bag Tierney. Roll your sleeves up.
If Tesco's had any common sense, you know what they'd do? They'd make him a luxury bag. Because he's a footballer and he can afford it. Just give it to him. Just make one of those, those man bags. Just give it
Every
to him.
little helps, my friend.
Just get a luxury bag for him with Tesco's on it and make him carry it around.
This guy loves defending. And I like defenders who like defending.
Yeah.
His interceptions, like I said, his game management. Do you know what I mean? His presence, him not being scared to tell his teammates, like we pointed out in the last show, what he thinks.
His clearances.
Plus, what I've been impressed with is not just only in this game, he nullified Mo Salah's threat in the league game.
Yeah. And
it's like he revels and relishes going up against, the big names that come down his side. When there was a mismatch with him and Van Dijk for a corner, it was more, you know what, you're bigger than me, but I'm going to win this interception. And when you see like dangerous balls being whipped in, who's there to clear it? Who's thinking, getting there a second early? It's Tierney.
Yeah.
So what would you give him?
For me, I'm giving him a 9. Straight 9.
I would give him a 9 as well, but the offensive side of him needs to improve.
What offensive? What's wrong with his offensive side?
Crossing, for example.
I think this is what you're talking about, Willis moment.
Yeah.
Crossing.
He needs to he's
that guy puts in some awesome crosses.
Exactly.
Yes, but not enough.
Jamal,
I think he's probably too
what
busy
you talking about,
defending.
Willis?
Don't forget, he was on the overlap for Aubameyang's goal, so he was up there. And then he did that pull back for Eddie.
Yeah.
He's the man's crossing is.
And remember, he was a third centre back in this game.
Yeah.
He wasn't a wing back.
That man's got a Rolls Royce engine on him.
Yeah. Well,
the stats say.
Yeah, the stats say.
Go to the stat man.
Yeah, go ahead.
From 10 attempts, only 3 got through. That's not good.
What? Only 3 reached their target, or because he's not a man who picks out players. He's a man
who will
hit an area. And if the attacker's not there, then he's done his job.
Yeah.
Yes. His main job is to defend. Yes.
No, I mean as an attacking threat.
Yeah.
When he puts the crosses
in,
the corridor of uncertainty.
The corridor of uncertainty that is up to Eddie to be there.
Yep.
Just like with Saka.
He hits fantastic areas, much like Robertson.
Yeah.
Robertson's crosses are not picking out a person. He's hitting an area of the goal, an area of the goal mouth.
But the thing about is the volume with Robertson, you know.
But Robertson's crosses, if you check on Robertson's crosses, I bet a lot of them didn't hit.
Yes.
Because the player wasn't there.
Yes.
But there's nothing for me personally. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But for me personally, Tierney's crossing, there's nothing wrong with his attacking side of his game. For me, all he needs to work on is scoring goals.
Yeah.
I think
adding goals to what
me,
he already has.
There's more to come from him from that side of his game.
Yeah, he's only 23, isn't he?
Listen.
And there was one mistake in his game, which is he let Mane chest the ball inside the...
One mistake, Jamal. That's Count Dooku.
Yep.
That's That's Sith Lord Count Dooku.
You cannot allow the striker to chest the ball inside the 6-yard box.
Okay.
Right? Nobody has flawless games.
Yes.
You know.
But
wow.
I'm going to give him an 8 for that.
Well, you took a point off him.
For that. Yes, that could have been a goal.
Oh my gosh! And you lot call me Lord Vader.
Could have been a goal.
Wow.
I was not impressed
harsh
on his
attacking. I was not impressed. Okay. All right. Okay.
Right.
Count Dooku.
8.
I saw a stat yesterday. Kieran
That's almost
Tierney
Palpatine level.
has 13 career medals at the age of 23.
Yeah.
So, you know, people might want to laugh at, he's won it in Scotland. Listen, I wish I was good enough to win a league medal or
anywhere.
A cup in Scotland. So I'm not going to be taking a piss out of Scottish football. He's got his 13 medals already, and this guy knows how to win.
Yeah.
And he's a man who's... You hear how he talks about Arteta?
Yeah.
And, you know, what he said yesterday about, you know, it's not by luck that we're playing the way we play.
Yeah.
You know, it's a plan.
Yeah.
You know, we work hard at it. And I expect big things from him.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think when we do lift the title, I think he will be our captain who will do it.
Okay.
As to yesterday, I thought he had a steady game.
Shall I hit you guys with the stats?
Red alert. Stats coming in. Stats coming in.
One cross from Tierney.
Yeah.
Accurate 0. So, and 10 long balls.
One cross
from the...
Yeah.
You know? And 10 long balls.
So what was that pass then to Eddie? Was that not considered a cross? That pullback?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not really... I don't think they count that as a cross.
Okay.
Right?
But
so
Jamal,
maybe he didn't get enough opportunities to showcase his, you know.
Well, maybe, you know.
Okay, so he gets an 8. Yeah. He gets an 8.
Yeah.
For me, I'll give Tierney a 8.5.
Okay. All right.
I think he was good. think it's outstanding.
Very good. I'm not taking anything away from him, but
I think again, this guy is
to be as good as
been becoming so consistent.
He's Mr. Consistent.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we've always said we wanted.
I think defensively faultless. You know.
Right, go on. Who's next? Bellerin.
Who's next?
Hector Bellerin. Yeah.
I'm really impressed. Shall I?
Yeah, you start.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Brilliant, because he had an unbelievable job. Going forward,
it
was fantastic, and defensively, that's that's the FA Cup final and the Charity Shield. Solid. You can't fault him.
Okay.
And he had Mane, Robertson. That's a
yeah. I have to give him that. That's a task and a half.
And Saka was being naughty on a few occasions. He had to.
Yeah, he did give Saka
a bollocking a couple of times.
And so did Arteta.
Because he's a young player. He just,
Don't forget, Saka's operating on the right-hand side.
Yes.
I know that's not an excuse.
He's left-footed. Yeah.
Because Saka, helps and tracks back on the left-hand side. But, I can understand from Saka's point of view, But once, he got a bollocking, he done his job.
He fixed up,
He fixed up.
Yeah.
But that's just telling your teammate, look, I need help.
Liverpool, very clever. They pushed Milner to left back.
Yeah.
And Robertson was just.
Yeah, because you said earlier that we Robertson was having difficulty against us down that side. So Klopp. The genius Klopp.
Yeah.
Right? Changed it up, And, I would give him Bellerin. I would give him an 8.5.
Okay.
Wow, he impressed you then. 8.5,
yeah,
right?
And,
I'll take away that Emperor Palpatine title from you then.
I'll give him.
Yeah. Over to you, Gabes. What do you think?
Bellerin, for me, had a good game. I still think, when you look at where the competition is as to who, you look at his opposite number or who should have been his opposite number in
Trent.
Mr. Trent.
Yeah.
Terence Trent D'Arby. Another showing our age here with all these old age references.
If you let me stay.
But he has a lot of ground to make up when you compare him to Trent and Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Because there's just something that's not there. I don't know whether it was because he was sitting back because of the attacking threat that Liverpool posed.
Yeah, he was pinned
so
back.
he was a bit more conservative. But there's something on his attacking front that's just not quite top level for me.
Yeah.
When you look at Trent. But yesterday, when you see the team sheet and you look at who you're up against, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's one of them where you just say to yourself, yeah, I'm in for a hard game today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he done very well. Yeah, he done very well considering who he was up against. I would give him an 8.5 as well. I thought, yeah, very good.
But he created that winner in the cup final. It was his run.
But he needs to do that more often.
Yeah, it was his run that split the whole Liverpool midfield.
He needs to do that more often.
They resorted to bringing him down, and from that, Pepe got the ball.
Because a lot of the time there is space for him to run into, and I don't know whether he hasn't got the confidence because he hasn't got the pace anymore. But he will always kind of take the safer option. And then you look at Liverpool as well, with the crosses that they get from Trent and Robertson.
Class.
Those are difficult balls to deal against. And Bellerin can't deliver those kind of balls.
Man.
To be fair, those players were injury-free,
Yeah, but even still, that's the crosses that they deliver. They don't always have to beat. They're almost Beckham-esque.
Yeah.
They don't need to beat players to be dangerous. They can stop the ball and then just whip this ball in.
Yeah.
Bellerin just hasn't got that in his locker.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Which is a lot of, if you can nullify, this is why you can't nullify Liverpool, because you can block off everything else and then they'll just put the ball out wide and then in it comes.
Yeah.
Which causes chaos in the box.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I'll give him an 8.5.
8.5. I'm going to give Bellerin an 8. He didn't really put a foot wrong in this game.
Yeah.
But my point was that I still feel he needs to offer more. And just like what Gabe was saying, he can't cross his fingers. And we need those Trent and Robinson-esque type balls.
Absolutely.
And we need wing-back threat. We need wing-backs getting in on goals. And Bellerin, can you see him offering that over a course of a season?
Yeah, that's the model.
I can't see that.
Hopefully the last two, I've seen improvement in his game.
Mm-hmm.
From previous in the season,
Yeah.
The last two matches, he's stronger and stronger now.
Yeah.
He's looking stronger physically, which was not the case.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Right.
But I'm
defensively, I've seen a massive improvement because that was a highway for the opposition.
I've seen improvement, but I believe there's better than Bellerin out there. Personally.
Absolutely.
That's just my point.
Why we are considering, listening to offers for him?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd listen to offers for Bellerin.
Absolutely.
Because there's better than Bellerin out there. Sorry, but I've gone to Emperor Palpatine mode.
Okay.
No, but I've given him a generous mark. So the next one is El Nene. El who?
Okay. El Nene.
Go on then, Lee.
All right, so what I saw from El Nene, he done well. I can't fault him. He had a really neat and tidy performance.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would question, again, can he do it over a course of a season? The answer is no.
Okay, but he could be a squad player.
Yeah, that's fine.
He could come in. If he does that, then he's got a place.
That's fine.
But the problem is, you'll be.
Who's he going to replace?
For example, away to Everton.
That's fine. I understand.
Away to Crystal Palace, Everton, and will he produce the same performances week in, week out?
Well, under Arteta, you never know because Arteta seems to be the man who's the miracle worker at the moment.
Yeah.
So if Arteta can convince him that you can be a squad player that's looking to improve and a first team is up for, it's up for grabs for you, if you can improve sufficiently, then I'm quite happy for him to stay. Because the question is, if Torreira goes, and I'd be quite happy for Torreira to go, to be fair. El Nene's here.
Yeah.
El Nene's here.
Yeah. We can't.
Why not just keep him?
Yeah, we can't cut all of our losses, can we?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Not immediately.
Not immediately. So, yeah, that's fine. So the score I'm giving him is 8 because he had a neat and tidy performance.
Yeah. I'll give him a 6 because he was neat, tidy. He didn't, put a foot wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But from that position, we need more creativity. We need more straight.
Yeah, him and Xhaka
forward balls. Yes,
is
right. To be fair to Xhaka, he takes more risks now.
Yeah,
right. He will run into the opposition box, and he will. You don't get that from his.
Yeah, but that's only marginal improvement with the two of them playing.
Yes. We still need to strengthen that area. That's a
of course
problem area for us.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he was, didn't put a foot wrong. Sideway passes.
Okay,
it's not bad.
Yeah, all
6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give him about a 7.5.
Yep.
For the for the best Egyptian player on the pitch yesterday.
That's a low blow.
That's very harsh.
That was in the region of Mane and Eddie, innit?
Well, based on yesterday's performance, he's the best player in Egypt right now.
Ooh.
100%. 100%.
Remember, 3 weeks, fellas. 3 weeks time.
3 weeks
we
time.
play the same team.
We have to go Anfield, yeah?
Yeah, so
this
well,
is
he won't be featuring in that game.
I'm not trash talking Liverpool right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I thought he was very good yesterday. simple. He got us out when they were doing the press. He got us out with some nice passing.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't afraid to take the ball under pressure, which has been one of my big bugbears, which Arteta's got out of the team.
Yeah.
You know,
mm-hmm.
Guendouzi would take the ball under pressure in the middle of the park, and I'd be like, ooh, this is harem scarum time.
Yeah.
But with him, you knew that when the ball came, somebody else was going to receive it.
He's more calm.
Yeah, he was calm.
So I'll give him 7.5.
And he was involved in the goal.
Yeah.
You know, because I thought he would lose the ball, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's very calm under pressure.
So moving on to his midfield partner, Granit Xhaka. So for me, Xhaka gets an 8. I thought he has become our metronome. He keeps things ticking. He is winning midfield battles. So now put that in a sentence. How many months ago? Xhaka, midfield battles, winning. Do you know what I mean? Or actually competing.
Yeah.
But with the results of the scalps that we've taken, you've got to say that he's won the midfield battles.
Yeah.
For me, in my view, and
I
wanted this guy gone.
Yeah.
Like I've said, Emperor Palpatine, Lord Vader, Count Dooku. I wanted him gone. But I've got to say, for now, man, he's a mainstay for me. One of the mainstays.
Yeah, he's the first,
Yeah, so that's me. Granit Xhaka gets an 8, man. He kept things ticking. And another thing I'd like to add, there's a lot of point in. You go there, come.
About time too.
About bloody time too.
Yeah, you know, that's the one thing I've always hated whenever I've played football is playing with quiet people. You know,
he's more vocal.
You need information.
Yeah.
You need information at all times when you're playing football. And the more information you have, the better. Yeah. And Arsenal, when they seem to be playing, seem to be a really quiet team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the altercation that he had with the fans fired him up.
Well, Arteta, I think
the introduction of Arteta, isn't it?
Arteta as well.
Smoothed him over.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, the transformation, I'll go next. The transformation for me for Xhaka has been remarkable. You know, from Xhaka, you can't. What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of our club.
Get off the pitch.
Yeah. To Granit Xhaka, what a great player that lad is, eh?
Yeah.
And he's not playing.
Yeah,
oh my
what,
God.
Granit Xhaka? So it's remarkable the way he's turned around. So I give him full credit for toughing it out.
Yeah.
You know,
that's off.
Because I know if that was me, I'd have been, all right, the fans are giving me stick, fuck you.
I'm off.
And I'm going to Spurs, you bastards. But he just stuck it out.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
If those chain of events happened.
He was already getting abused while at Arsenal. Imagine.
That abuse was unreal. So for him to suffer it and to still be here, and his family, don't forget his wife and kids,
because his wife was expecting around that time.
Yeah, that was nasty abuse.
The Instagram abuse was
so that was nasty. That would have really, if that was a lot of people, that would have been
middle finger.
Yeah, middle finger. I'm gonna strike back,
off, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the Death Star and I'm gonna destroy you, even though. You know, so for me, Xhaka, I will give Xhaka for yesterday's performance. Again, that's what I like in the middle of the pitch. Quietly efficient.
Yeah.
You know, I like those kind of players. Quietly efficient. You don't see what they do until they're not there. You know, that's my kind of midfield player.
Mm-hmm.
So 8.5 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Jamal.
Yeah, I would give him, I think he's been fantastic. I think I have to echo what you guys are saying. You know, his transformation is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
His leadership, his passing has improved. Mm-hmm. He takes more risks now, and defensively he's more disciplined.
Yeah.
Right. So he's not that headless chicken. Tackling is better.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think it could be he's maturing now. So and don't forget his partner in crime wasn't there. Danny
Ceballos.
Ceballos, yeah.
I hope we managed to secure something for him.
Yeah, hopefully, man.
Because I know, did you see the video of him celebrating when Aubameyang's penalty on him?
Yeah.
From wherever he was in Spain.
He was
cheering like a...
That's a good sign.
Like a lunatic.
Yeah, because Arteta's saying that he wants to play there. He wants to play at Arsenal.
Of course he does.
Yeah, right? He's turned down offers from AC Milan.
Yeah. Of course he does. If anybody, if you're a player and you can't see what's happening, it's a gradual revolution at Arsenal under Arteta. And if you don't want to be part of that, then something's wrong with you. Like Ainsley said after the game, you know, Arsenal's, what they say, Arsenal's my club, and that's that. Basically, his words. So he said to Arsenal, sort me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would give him 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Talking about Ainsley.
Moving on to that, man.
Now, that's what you call timing, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Jamal.
Yeah, Amiens, fantastic. My man of the match.
I think everyone.
He was excellent. He was, you know, the one player Liverpool did not know what to do with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll play midfield, left back, make those runs behind the fullback, passing, tackling, and all action, you know, show that he put on. And, you know, that's 2 matches now, the final and this Charity Shield, that he's been fantastic.
He seems to be... Sorry, go on, finish what you're saying.
Yeah. Go on.
Now, what mark did you give him?
I would give him 9 out of 10. He's been...
Yeah, I would... he seems to be, for me... Remember the old-fashioned... Back in the days, you used to have a specialist person who was your... if the opposition had a player who was really good, you'd have a specialist who would just follow them around the pitch.
Sort of like your Macanelli.
Yeah, he used to be the person who was like your shadow.
Teams used to have one of them.
Yeah, he used to be your shadow, and just wherever that great player went, he was there. Yeah, to just follow you around. That's he seems to have developed that role at Arsenal. So if the opposition have a player, right, you're playing on that side of the pitch, and your job is to nullify whatever threats they have.
Mm-hmm.
And he just seems to excel at it because he's deceptively quick. He's strong.
Yeah,
and he's relaxed.
He's got ice in his veins. He's the new Iceman.
Yeah, he's relaxed.
Yeah, look at that penalty he took.
Stiff.
That penalty was my goodness.
Pass the ball to certain players and they're just stiff. You know,
like
it will hit their shin and
ice.
But he's, whether he's in the back 4 or up front, he's just cool.
He is the new Iceman.
Calm.
He's the black Iceman. Yeah, he is. That guy is just so cool.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Even when he was walking up, it was like Sunday League football the way he was walking up to that penalty.
That's what it was. Do you know how many players when we've coached them have walked up in the same fashion?
Yeah.
Same vein, like you're gonna miss this.
Like he's just had a spliff and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna score this. I know, there's no question about it. Yeah. And then the languid run up. It's like, man, that spliff really knocked me sideways, man. Making this run is such an effort. And then he just tucked it away.
Yeah. And then
the little finger to nobody. He's like,
yeah, it's me.
You know.
There was no doubt in his mind that he was
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, I'll give Ainsley a 9 as well.
9 out of 10.
And considering I wanted him gone,
yes,
I want him to stay.
Yeah.
He is... How old is he?
23.
23?
It was his birthday.
Yeah, 23.
On that day.
Yeah,
he's
going to be a good
from day one.
Yes, we'll give you credit for that, Jamal.
Put that on record,
Yeah.
Yeah, I did want him gone, but he's
he wanted
under Arteta.
I want him gone.
Yeah, I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. It was like that with him. I was like that with him.
Oh,
but
man.
Arteta again has sprinkled that magic dust on these players. It's like a different player, a different animal. So yeah, another one. Fair play to you, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, for turning yourself around.
Yeah. Well, I'm same. So it makes it unanimous. 9. I felt he was industrious. He dealt with the threats of Salah and Mane when Mane came to visit him down that side. God knows why. You know. And I've just been impressed with his performances once he's been introduced.
Yeah.
And he's dealt, like you said, Gabe's and Jamal, he's dealt with threats. One was notable, was when we went away to Crystal Palace and we was up against who? That destroys us all the time.
Mr. Zaha.
And Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Dying to come to Arsenal, by the way.
Well, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, Ainsley Maitland-Niles dealt with him. He dealt with Mahrez, Foden. He's dealt with, Mane and Salah. Man, the guy is, he's something else, man. Yeah. So, I'm going to give him a 9.
Excellent.
Okay, so we're going to go on to Saka, and that will be me. I was very, very impressed with this boy. Like I said, I've said it earlier on in the show. I just think this guy, my goodness, I look at him and think, how old are you? I'm giving him 9. It was just that I wanted to see, before the game started, I wanted to see which players would stand up to Liverpool. Yeah. And I believe he was one of them. I just thought he was brilliant. His touch, he ran out of steam and gas, but he just needs to get games under his belt, and then I think he'll just be, he'll hit the ground running again. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to give him a 9.
I will give Bukayo 8.5.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8.5.
That's understandable.
Great game. Great pass, great vision. I thought when he struck the ball, I thought it was going to go straight into, I think it was Fabinho.
Yeah.
But the way he struck the ball, it kind of bent around him, slightly around him to go into the feet. And it was to Aubameyang's feet.
Mm-hmm.
Quality ball.
Yeah, it was right on his toenails. So great pass.
Yeah.
Faded towards the end of the game, which is to be expected. They've had a quick turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
This is, as on a side note, this is going to be a real problem for teams this year. There's going to be some crazy injuries this season.
Yeah.
So, there's going to our squad, and a lot of teams' squads are going to be tested. But for me, Bukayo Saka, I give you, young man, an 8.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Jamal. We were skipping over. Next.
I would echo all that, and I would give him. You have to take into account his age, his experience, his consistency as a youngster. So I have to give him a 9.
What would he do in this Liverpool side?
He would.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
I think he'd do in the Man City team.
Yeah.
We've got a real talent there.
Yeah.
He's a special player.
And he's got to be handled in the same kind of way that Man United handled Ryan Giggs.
Which Arteta was doing. But a lot of Arsenal fans were like, why is it Saka playing? The kid was burnt out.
Yeah. And the fans are too quick to jump on him when he's, he didn't play great today, No,
he's still learning.
Absolutely.
He's learning on the job.
I'll give him a 9.
Great stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next is Eddie Nketiah. So, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start Eddie Nketiah. I think defensively he was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
He had a job to sit on Fabinho,
mm-hmm.
and he did that. That pretty much disrupted the whole Liverpool midfield, and he did that very well. Where he didn't excel is the other side of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He had a couple of chances where he should, especially the one that Saka made. It was just hit it.
He hit the target.
He hit the target, but it was almost a half scuff shot. Like there's no like a proper contact. You leather that top corner, give the keeper
top bins,
like our main striker. So I thought, I would give him a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So I thought, there's two sides of his game.
Mm-hmm.
One side good, other side needs a lot of improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And he will be at the end of the day, he will be judged on what he produces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd give Eddie a 7 as well.
Yeah.
Like you say, he's going to be judged on sticking the ball in the back of the net.
And goals are at
our goals are at an absolute premium. So, like we said, and we say it again, running around doesn't get you extra points. Not with me. That's a basic in the modern day. Running from player to player, that's what you do your fitness training for. So he doesn't get any extra points for me.
He doesn't get any Lacazette points, yeah?
No, he joins Lacazette in the nil point for running about. So for me, Eddie, and I'm sure you know, and it's something that you're working on daily in training, sort your finishing out. Sort your finishing out, hit the corners. It
will come.
It will come. Hopefully, it will come for him.
Yeah.
There's a reason Leeds didn't keep him. There's a reason Leeds sent him back early.
Yeah.
But Arteta likes him. Arteta has faith in him. So just work on your finishing because you do get opportunities.
Yeah.
And in the Premier League, you're not going to get many. So put them away. But yeah, for me, I'd agree with Jamal, and you get a 7.
Yeah.
100%.
And I agree with both of you. I was going to give him a 6, but I'll give him a 7. He always remains industrious. He always, he runs tirelessly, but it was just end product, and that is link-up play. He didn't do too bad in the game, with his link-up play. Yeah. His decision-making is a bit questionable at times. And yeah, like you said, goals are at
premium.
Thank you.
What the goals make?
Exactly.
You win games.
You win games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm giving him a 7. I changed it, but I'll give him a 7 because we was on the winning team. Okay. So we're on to Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, I think.
Aubameyang.
We've already said what we need to say about that guy.
Exactly. So he's getting
nothing else to say. What is, I would give him again, 9 out of 10. I would give him 10 if he didn't fade in the second half, but that's expected. He's
give him 10 if it was the Champions League final.
Champions League. Oh, he'll get there. Don't worry. I think Arteta's got that plan.
Knighthood.
But yeah, I'll give him 9 out of 10. Excellent finish. First chance.
Yeah, top draw.
There's no excuses. No, I'm not.
Alisson was floundering.
Yeah.
And I rarely see that man floundering.
We hear it so many times, when a striker gets a chance and scuffs it and says, he's early in the game,
Isn't he bent that ball like a banana?
He just carried on where he left off in the final, He just...
Man's on fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. 9 out of 10.
Yeah. The same. 9 out of 10. The only thing for me, I just worry if he gets an injury. I don't want to be pessimistic here, but if he does get an injury, we need other players chipping in because you take away his goals in the semi-final, take away his goal in the final, you take away his goal, in Community Shield. Where would we be? Take away his goals in the league. So we need to help this guy creatively, and going back to Eddie and Lacazette, they need to chip in as well as forwards, and midfielders need to chip in. So yeah.
So what do you give
back to Pierre-Emerick
Aubameyang?
Yeah. He gets a 9.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I'll give Pierre 9.5.
Excellent.
I think he was, that finish alone was worth the 0.5.
Yeah.
I'll give him.
My goodness.
The finish, the celebration, the tribute to the late
Chadwick Boseman.
Rest
yes. Can't forget him.
So, yeah.
Can't forget that.
Shocking news.
Tragic loss. We have to mention it.
Yeah.
And, he can do no wrong.
Okay.
Man of the hour.
Yeah.
So, this part of the show.
That manager?
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. So, what do we all give Arteta?
Give him 9. For me, I'll give Arteta a 9 because he's tactically flexible.
Yep.
When Klopp changed things, he changed things around to suit.
Like he did with Lampard.
Yeah.
And Pep.
unlike Wenger, not to hark back to him, but this is always the benchmark. You know, Wenger's answer to every single problem was more forwards.
More forwards.
So yeah, I'll
bring the whole bench on.
Attack, attack, attack!
Yeah.
Shills are down, Scotty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So for me, I'll give Arteta 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 9 out of 10. Excellent. You know, it was a chess game between him and Klopp. You know,
absolutely.
Makes a move, counters it, makes another move, counters it.
Football, isn't it?
And you know that's 3 big teams now, and tactically he outthought all of them. You know, it's fantastic. You know?
Yeah.
So is he breath of fresh air? He's saying all the right things, making all the right moves. And lately, after Don Raul is out the way now, we are addressing key areas of our team.
Absolutely.
You know? So, yeah, 9 out of 10. Long may it continue.
Yeah. Same as 9. What I saw, even with the penalties,
there was a plan.
There was a plan.
Yeah.
There was a plan. Even with the penalty shootout, he had a plan.
Have you seen Martinez playing mind games with Van Dijk?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And the other kid, he was chatting some.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Trash.
Even Pierre had to do that. He didn't move his head. He just moved his eyes towards Emmy, and then looked at Van Dijk and just kind of went, okay. Yeah. For those of you who didn't see it, what happened was Van Dijk, the referee did the flip.
Toin Cross.
The Toin Cross. Yep. Van Dijk said, yeah, we're going to shoot first. And then Emmy's going, you sure? You sure?
Yeah, you sure? Yeah. You sure?
And then Pierre's like in the middle, just like looking over at
and the facial expression.
Yeah, the facial expression was what did it.
Oh,
but that was mind games. Yeah. You know, that's what we need to do. It didn't work clearly on Van Dijk,
but percentages again.
Yeah, it's about getting in players' minds.
Exactly. Yeah, in their head. Okay.
So who's next?
So
we've done.
Yeah, it's play for the badge.
It's play for the badge time.
New segment.
Music, please.
Maestro.
Yep.
In this segment, we talk about the players we feel played for the badge, went above and beyond the call of duty and, stood out in particular games. And so we're talking about this particular game.
Yeah.
So for me, who did I think played for the badge yesterday? Who was above and beyond? Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
For me, was the man who I would give that honour to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody else played very well, but as the standout player for me, it was Ainsley.
Outstanding performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have to. You can't look past him. But Ainsley, Martinez, Tierney.
All runners up or
runners up? Yes, but I think the main guy has to be Amy N.
Yeah,
and that will probably the same with you as well.
Yeah? Unanimous.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Yeah, played very well.
He played for the badge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Top draw performance for you, young man.
Yeah.
That was an easy one.
So, the opposite of play for the badge.
Yeah.
This segment is getting that blasted bin. Okay, so we won.
I've got the bin right here. Who are you gonna chuck in?
We did win the game, right? And it was all about, I have Liverpool friends, and a certain friend of mine, he said, "Oh yeah, we play you this weekend." And I said to him, before you start, I understand, Liverpool are champions and you're the team to beat. But for me, it's not about the result, it's the performance. So I just want to get that in there. For me, who goes in the bin, it's going to seem harsh. But Eddie Nketiah.
Ooh, that's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie Nketiah gets in the bin for me.
Do you concur?
Based on what? What do you put him in the bin for?
It's going to sound harsh, man. Because no one deserves
just to explain,
go.
in the bin is if your performances were below par.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not that you were crap or rubbish.
Yeah.
No, that's in it. But if your performances were below par.
We don't want to turf the player.
Yeah.
In this game, your performances were below par.
It could be, like I said, it could be Aubameyang one day.
Yeah, that deserves to go in the bin for his performance.
So what was it for you that made him...
Yeah, it was just... he just didn't... The rest of the players, the rest of the team just outshone him.
Yeah.
He was just lacking. I just think where other members... Well, the rest of the team, they done their job, where he was the only one that we gave the lowest mark to. And it was, just like that chance.
Yeah.
That chance, which we believe he should have taken. It was just that he was just falling short for me.
Okay, I think, that's fair.
I would agree. I'd probably throw Eddie in there.
Yeah.
There's going to be occasions when there's not going to be anybody, but I think that as a striker, obviously he's young. You have to take that into consideration. But as a striker, that was a very good chance, and you kind of telegraphed that to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I wasn't a striker when I played, so anybody who's been a striker, I never played at a professional level, I should add, but we all know the game. And if that had fallen to a Thierry Henry or a Bergkamp or an Ian Wright or a Aubameyang,
Van Persie,
I think that would have ended up in the back of the net. If that had fallen to a Mane, if that was roles reversed, if that had fallen to a Mane,
for me, no.
I think that would have ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah.
So I think those are the margins that Eddie has to improve on. So I'd say that was and all round, his, like you say, his work, his link up play could have been better. But hopefully these will be things that he improves on as the season goes on and as his career develops.
Yeah. So for you?
Okay, I'm going to go a little bit left and put Willock in the bin just for that chance. It's just you can't score that chance, Cap.
What, me and my dodgy knees?
Yes, even with your dodgy knee, even on a wheelchair, right? Lee, I thought he came on and I was watching him, and there's certain things that he does. He threatens to close down a player, but there's no tackle, and he doesn't.
What was he on the pitch long enough for you to give him?
Not long enough, but it's still. I'm watching him, right?
But you were sufficiently disappointed with his
with his contribution, because you still
tiny cameo though.
Whether it's 7 minutes or 5 or 2,
he didn't get warmed up.
You've got a job, right?
He wasn't warmed up.
That's fair enough.
You could excuse that miss.
No. How come our chief striker doesn't have that excuse? Right? So...
Ooh, Jamal.
So,
Jamal coming with the facts and the stats.
Top level.
I agree.
It's top level football, whether it's 89th minute or
it's not Sunday League
or the first minute, you have to be ready.
I've been having a fag on the sidelines.
These guys...
Plus, the only reason why I'm...
Didn't even make our player ratings.
No, the reason why I'm picking him out is that there were several other games.
It's not the first time he's done it.
Yeah, so it's there's no improvement in his finishing.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer never used to come up with those excuses, did he?
That's true. So
neither did Sharon him. Okay.
He was happy with his
the babyface assassin.
With Nketiah, that's an area that he has to improve, and those kind of chances.
Yeah, if you're the sub,
Willock, you need to put them away, because
be the super sub.
That would have been an easy game. There was no need for penalties or, heart attacks. Right? So I would put him
in the bin. You go, Joe.
I wouldn't go for Nketiah because he executed the manager's orders very well.
Okay.
He's part of the reason why we defended well.
Eddie, I love you, sir. So don't take it personally. Yeah. Okay. So
we're moving on to Raul.
Don Raul.
Don Raul, yeah.
Okay, guys.
So
what we're gonna do
to speak about this in the last episode.
Yeah, Don Raul leaving the club.
Good or bad?
Yeah.
Time will tell, but I think based on the short things that have happened at the moment, it seems like we're not missing him. I did find the whole Don Raul, you've saved our club nonsense a bit premature. It was well premature. It's like, you
haven't done anything.
Yeah, you've been here one transfer window and people are out popping champagne.
Yeah.
Now we see a whole year later that you've been kicked out the door, Fresh Prince style.
Exposed.
You've actually not been kicked out. You've been thrown out.
You've been Jazzy Jeffed, yeah.
Jazzy Jeffed, yeah.
Yeah, so time will tell, but the club seem to be moving forward with their own plans. Allegedly, some underhand, well, not underhand,
dealings,
some strange dealings were going on, but we don't know the full details for that. So
Arsenal stepped in.
Yeah, so Mr. Tim
Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah, and Jazzy Jeffed him.
Yeah, so they removed him and there doesn't seem to be any animosity, so we thank him for his time at the club, and
see you
as
later.
always, the club remains, and we move forward. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure the club will do things correctly.
Absolutely.
So what's your views on it?
I think the same as yours. It's haven't been impressed. There were reports that he wanted to keep Emery on after
giving him improved
last
bumper deal.
season, improved.
Now what does that say then?
Yeah, and he's too cozy with his friends and agents and all these guys, and they allegedly his dealings with a certain agent regarding Pepe went above board.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They paid for far too much, 18 million for Pepe kind of raised a few eyebrows. And it's not just Pepe, he did the same with Leno, which was the original fee that the club were quoting was 18 million euros, and we paid 26. So what's going on there? And
suspect.
And there are a few reports that we are paying David Luiz for 1 year. It will cost us £24 million.
Good work if you can get it.
Yeah.
At least he's not doing an Ozil.
Which includes payments to agents and intermediates, So there's a lot of... I think the club has looked at it and said, this guy is not working for the...
We seem to be swinging backwards and forth. Under Wenger, we didn't deal with certain players. Under this new regime, we are dealing with them.
Yes.
And then now we're not dealing with them, or we don't want to... It's like, come on, make up your mind.
Make up your mind, yeah.
This is the first time that we are scrutinizing our chief executives, our hierarchy.
Yeah.
Right? So, I'm not sure. I can't see what he brought to the club. So, and from this, Arteta and Edu will have more power to actually execute transfer plans, which is good. So, Don Raul, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Just plain old Raul now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bye, Don. And see you later, Raul.
We have to take off the Don because he's not Don no more. That's just Raul.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, moving on.
Yeah.
Transfer time. Music. Right. So, what do we all think of Willian? The arrival. Okay. I'll start. Experience. I'm a fan of his. I've been a fan of his when he was at Chelsea. He was one of the players that I thought brought a lot of threat. I was worried about him.
Yes, every game.
I feel that he'll bring experience to our younglings. Star Wars talk. Yeah, our younglings. And I'm at first, when I heard, I was doing the Arsenal thing. Oh my God, he's so old.
Yeah.
What do we need him for? But then
Can't look at
I understand why we've brought him in. And then hopefully we can get 3 good years, because like Aubameyang, they do not, their powers don't seem to be faltering.
Yeah.
And they're still at the peak of their powers, and we can get some good usage out of them.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on Willian. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to have him.
Yeah.
I was impressed when they interviewed him and he spoke about Arteta's ambitions, which Arteta hadn't articulated to the public, but Willian did that for him, where he says, you know, Arteta wants to get in the Champions League and win the Champions League within 3 seasons. You know, a lot of rival fans were like, you know, laughing behind their hands.
Churchill dog
laughing behind their hands. But everybody was laughing when Wenger said, we're going to go the season unbeaten. And if you don't put it out there, you're not going to achieve anything. You must
speak it into existence.
You have to speak things into existence. So for Arteta to put it out there and put that thought in the players' minds that he believes we can do it is going to translate to the players.
Absolutely.
So, because no one, sorry to cut you, would have ever thought that Jurgen Klopp could take that Liverpool team to a Champions League final
with
2 years in a row.
With the clowns at the back.
Exactly. You have to... It comes from the top, and Arteta putting it out there means that the players are like, okay, if he believes we can do it, then we must be able to do it.
Of course.
So Willian coming along, he's bought into Arteta's plans.
Yeah.
You know, Chelsea fans, I don't know many Chelsea fans, but the ones that I have heard were quite disappointed that they didn't keep him. So that's always a good thing, and I just hope that he can translate and teach the youngsters what he knows and also be a major contributor to wherever we finish up in the league this season.
Here.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I echo those sentiments. I'm very happy because he brings creativity, dribbling ability, goals, assists, and statistically, he was Chelsea's best player last season. So, and you know, he's a player that Chelsea wanted to actually keep.
Yeah, they did.
So it's not just the headlines that I saw, which is ridiculous headlines that I saw from various tabloids, is Arsenal sign, a reject.
Yeah, a reject has been old man.
Yeah, far from the truth.
Yeah.
And what I like about him as well is just the hunger that he shows. He is someone that people like Nelson, Nketiah, Willock can actually learn from. And what I want from him is, can he be that creative force that will bring people like Lacazette and Uber, show their best game.
Yeah,
right.
And that's what we want.
And that's what we need. And he can play in various roles.
Yeah, that
he
too.
Can play behind the forwards, left, right.
Right. Yeah.
Two-footed, and he's a good signing, and he is a player that Arteta specifically wanted. So that's good.
Yeah, that's another thing as well.
Yeah.
So off the back of that, now we are going to talk about the players that the player that's come in and the players that are going out, and then just off the back of that, we're going to talk about Casper, Finding Nemo, Ozil. So, rumor has it, well, you guys seem to know that we have signed someone, a centre-back, Gabriel.
Yep.
True? False? False, true?
It's true. It's all done. Wrapped up. Agent signed, player signed. The club's agreed a fee is just that he's quarantined.
Yeah.
And they can't do the media work until that quarantine period is over.
Yeah.
So he's an Arsenal player, not officially, but everything is in place. And he's a player that will excite a lot of fans because
he's a beast.
I've done my YouTube scouting. The scouting on YouTube, like everybody else.
Yep. So you've watched it.
So you didn't have to go incognito.
No, I was incognito in my front room. Taking notes. But he looks good. He's left-footed, which should bring balance to the defence. Him and Saliba, all being well, should be our defensive pairing for many years to come.
Yeah.
They are young.
They've both got pace. They're both big, and I've got to say, the pictures I've seen of Saliba, he's like a man mountain.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah,
jeez.
He's like the mountain out of Game of Thrones. He's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
And he's only what 19?
Oh no. Yeah.
Is he 19?
Yeah, he's 19.
Boy, some forwards are gonna be in a few years' time. Some forwards are gonna get him hammered because he's big.
Yeah, but that Gabriel is big as well, man.
Yeah. Which is what we finally need. We need power, pace, and power in the league.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm glad they're here. I'm glad we're getting robust, strong players, and I look forward to seeing them. I look forward to seeing what they develop into and what Arteta can do for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
So, rumour mill, who's going out? On loan?
It looks like Rob Holding is...
to Newcastle, is it?
To Newcastle on loan.
Okay. What do you think of that?
I think that's a good move for all concerned. Mm-hmm. You know, he will play regularly.
Yeah.
Away from the pressure of a big club. No offense, Newcastle. So, yeah, it's a good move for him, and hopefully we will. Socrates is on his way out.
Yeah, I read that earlier somewhere. Socrates to
Napoli.
Is it Napoli?
4.5 or something like that?
Yeah, Socrates to Napoli for 4.5 million euros.
Yeah.
That's what I read. So seems a bit cheap to me.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you, Gabs, but I'm just reading. I just want to go home. Arsenal star begs for transfer back to Germany. Kolasinac.
Good.
So
adios.
Is that Kevin Costner, the bodyguard?
The bodyguard. Ozil is private.
But these guys are all talking about. These guys are all trying to. Let me go for free. No, you're not going for free. Dude, no, you're not going for free.
You have a contract with the club.
Yeah, Socrates is saying, please let me go for free. No, you're not going for free. What is this? Arsenal not a charity. Those days should be over.
Talking about that.
It looks like Atletico want Lacazette.
Atletico.
They wanted him for a very long time.
Well, is that Thomas Partey's club?
Yeah.
There we go.
Do that. Let's do the exchange.
Swap deal.
Yeah, come on, Arsenal.
Swap deal, yeah.
Let's do the deal, man. What you dilly-dallying about?
Unless they want to keep him.
Nah. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
Lord Vader, what do you think?
Off you go. Out of the airlock.
Fail me again, Admiral.
Yeah, off you go, Lacazette. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're going to talk about Ozil and the hearsay of Ramsey. So, Nemo, Casper, Ozil. What do you think?
I'm just going to keep it short with Ozil. I think the game yesterday in the final showed that he's the type of player that we need, that our strikers need. But, you know, it looks like there's no future for him, you know. It's just a sad end to his Arsenal career. But it looks like, you know, not quite sure what to actually make of it.
There's nothing to say.
Yeah.
You ran out of words.
Yeah. So
there's nothing. I was waiting for you to... That's what that silence was about. I was waiting.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear what you were going to say.
What I would say is, if he's going to stay, as a manager, you have to find a way to get something out of it.
Why? How can you know? How can you?
Four managers have tried, and 4 managers have failed.
Yes.
Does this guy even go to the gym?
No, but if
what does he bring? This is the Premiership.
If you don't sign an attacking midfielder or a creative force, you're paying this guy 300k a week.
But what is he bringing? What are you bringing him? The man will cost. The man will cost you games.
That's the one thing that Ozil will bring on the table.
And what does he do the other way? What does he do going the other way? Nothing.
Mourinho found a way.
Mourinho found a way for like 20.
He played him for an hour, took him off, and kept him fresh for the next game.
Yeah, but that was how long ago? That's not that Ozil anymore.
So we need to find a way. If he's gonna stay, listen. From this point on, I see no future for him, right? But if he's gonna be in the squad, if you're gonna pay him, That's where.
Well, he's got to show the willingness. When you come on, you need to run around.
Arteta. I'm going to take my hat off to Arteta if he finds a role for this guy.
Oh, if Arteta finds a role for him, he's a genius.
He's a genius. Yeah,
the man's a fucking genius.
And that's where great managers are, come to their own.
I think his days and
4 have tried, 4 have failed. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
He hasn't even featured in the friendlies. This guy's time is done at Arsenal.
We've won 2 trophies in 1 month, and we've done it without Ozil.
Even if you have to bring it on for half an hour.
I'm saying.
Half an hour, I'd bring him on for 30 seconds. On you go, Ozil.
Assist on the table.
30 seconds, mate. That's all you're getting because
this guy equaled the assist record. Right?
Yeah, but nobody complains about Ozil going forward, but the game isn't about going forward. We're not playing private.
Well, I'm complaining about him going forward.
But I understand the assists argument, but that is not what football is about anymore.
100%.
Because Kevin De Bruyne
has to go forward and back.
Because De Bruyne is the benchmark. And where does Ozil come in?
Not anywhere close right now. Right?
The man doesn't score goals. What does he actually?
There you have it.
That's where the manager comes in.
The man has been,
it's all well and good. Sorry to cut you. It's all well and good when the game is easy for Ozil.
Yeah.
When the game gets tough and the game gets difficult, this is a man you don't want in the trenches with you.
Stuff.
You don't want Ozil alongside you. It's a man who goes hiding.
No.
And I don't want him wearing my shirt anymore. He can. I'm not going to sweat anymore, but he can do one.
Which brings us beautifully.
To Aaron Ramsey. And the answer's nay.
Another favourite player of yours.
Oh, he can do one as well.
Yeah, don't come back to the club.
You wanted to go to Juve. You wanted to go to that dead league in Italy. Stay there in that dead league.
Exactly. Don't come back to our club for what?
400k a week.
And all these people talking about bringing back.
It's a hype job.
Yeah, why are we always looking back? Look forward. Where's the next player?
If you want to leave, just like Jack Wilshere, if you want to leave, pastures new, move.
Yeah.
Why do we want Aaron Ramsey?
Yeah, why are we always looking back?
Yeah.
Look forward. Get somebody new and young and exciting. Aaron Ramsey's time is done.
It's done, man.
Thank you very much for your service, Aaron.
Thank you.
You were appreciated, but the door is closed.
Exactly.
So
do not enter.
Last season, 24 games, 11 starts, 3 goals.
What? At Juve?
1 assist, yeah.
He had 11 starts.
Yeah, 24 matches completely in the league only. Yeah, this is Serie A.
Yeah, but 24 matches.
24 matches
played in, but he only got 11 starts.
Yeah, they're not.
No.
At all.
And as for Jack Wilshere, as much as we loved him, what has he done since he's gone to West Ham?
Thank you.
I think West Ham want to get rid of him as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As we predicted, though.
Yeah. Great talent. Didn't quite fulfill the great expectations we had. But
absolutely no to Ramsey.
Oh, and I'm not hitting Aaron Ramsey over the head with a stick.
No,
Aaron Ramsey gets.
I'm just saying.
We need to stop bringing players back.
The only player I would bring back is Cazorla.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Simple as.
He shouldn't have been out anyway.
He shouldn't have gone, but yeah. But yeah,
simple.
Me,
but like your crazy. Ramseys, your Wilshires. No, stay where you are, mate.
You get a no.
Exactly.
That's what you get.
Exactly.
Some of that.
Yeah.
No. There's a drawbridge effect.
Yeah, it's done. Stop looking back. Why? And I think there's a lot of the young fans who keep
bring players back. Do Liverpool bring players back?
No, you can bring back players.
But like most top teams, once you're out the door, you're out the door. Like in special circumstances.
There's a certain section of fans at Arsenal who are forever looking backwards.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. So once a big player leaves your club,
that's it, done.
Bye. Only legends comes back.
Okay, so we're just going to touch on the 55 members of the Arsenal staff that got the sack, the chop.
Yeah, that was.
What do we all think?
Yeah. I thought it seems really underhand from the club. It's a bit of a weird situation that the outlay for these members of staff is got to be minimal in comparison to what the money the club generates. Yeah. So I don't see why they're saying, we're streamlining the club by getting rid of these poor individuals, making them unemployed, but yet you're quite happy to keep shelling out for Mr. Ozil 350 grand a week. Yeah. I don't know whether I don't know the finances or how the finances work. I don't know whether the finances for the players is in a separate pool of money. But surely they must have been able to find the money for these 55 people. Yeah. And the other people that have subsequently been sacked. Yeah. Like the coaches.
The players have been lied to.
Don Raul's money that they've saved, they could have given that to
his position has been redundant now.
To those people.
Yeah, the players have
poor running. I think it's that American way of running businesses where it's the people are expendable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how we operate over here. I know it seems to be a new way of doing business, but I thought it was shocking from the club.
Yeah. There's no excuse for it.
What do you reckon, Lee?
Yeah, I agree with you. I believe that the players have been lied to. And I just put myself in that position. Could you imagine, you're working one day, just to be told, well, your services are no longer being required. And I'm pretty sure it would have been, said as a guarantee, you'll be all right. Your jobs will be safe. Yeah, so, for me, I agree with what you said. Jamal?
Yeah, I feel really sorry for this because a lot of them, this was their dream job, right? So they work for the club that they love, and they just got turfed out. It's not, and like you said, it's just, what are you saving?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don Raul's wage will cover all this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So I didn't see the point of it. It was just cruel.
A PR clanger from the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So on that note,
before we say goodbye, you want to tell everybody your Twitter handle, Jamal?
Yes, is Magic Hat Jam, and the
Twitter handle for the show is Magic Hat 1886.
Yep.
Also on Instagram as well. So the same Instagram and Twitter.
Yep.
So find us, follow us.
Yep.
And we hope you enjoyed this show.
Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So that's 3 guys, 1 club, no drama.
Excellent.
Myself, Leroy,
Jamal,
and Gabe.
Thank you ever so much for listening.
Thank you for having us.
We out.
See us out with that music.